All right, welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with POW Group. Hope you're doing well. It's a great day in the markets today. We've been seeing some green across the board for specifically MJ stocks. Using a different software here today, so let me know, make sure I'm coming through okay. We're going to get started here. See, we have a ton of people joining the live stream at the moment. So if you can just let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Doing a live stream, and I've got a different setup, and I want to make sure that everything is coming through loud and clear. I would really appreciate that. We got Keyboard Commando in the house. Welcome. Today is Tuesday. It's July 8th, and I hope everyone is doing well. It's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. As always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and we're going to dive into today's video. Sounds great. You're fine, loud and clear. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Imperial now owns 22%, and the going risk has gone. Yeah, the going concern has been removed. If you remember, I actually interviewed the CEO, Hugo Alves, and I discussed that, and they wanted to be absolutely sure before they removed it. So we're going to jump right into today's video. Obviously, a very exciting day. We're finally starting to see some green across the board. But we'll jump right into it. Make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And full disclosure, I do own Auxly. I remember buying it at a penny, 2 pennies. The great thing about a stock being down 98, 99% from the all-time high is that you get to load up at 98 to 99% down from the all-time high, right? A lot of people, especially retail investors, they'll look at a stock and they'll kind of turn away because it's been down 99%, but that's often when generational wealth is created. So again, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. The Auxly OGs, we've been in the house for a while now, and I've been holding Auxly for multiple years. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. But if you just go to my channel and you look at all of my previous videos, I talk about, I interviewed the CEO, Hugo Alves, and just goes to show you got to do your research, right? You can't just read what you see online. And another pick that I'm really interested in, and crypto, I think crypto legislation is going to be out of the way soon. And then we're going to see, MJ really start to take the spotlight. That's something that I've been echoing for a long time. I want to jump into a new project that I'm really excited about. And I do think that this is going to be huge. And, kind of reminds me of Auxly, the opportunity here. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. Don't take it as such. But this is a crypto project. It's the sponsor of today's video. It's a quick couple minute video. I want to really share this with you because, like I said, when I come across these projects, I want to share them with you because I want to, make it known to the world. Obviously, super excited about the project. It's a sponsor of today's video, but we'll jump right into it here. And the sponsor of today's video. They are behind a new Web3 play-to-earn game called Gold Ink, and it's actually a real mobile MMO game, not just some tap-to-earn clone. First off, this is not financial advice, and everybody should do their own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. Full disclosure, this is a paid partnership and collaboration with Sapphire Studios. I've been playing the game for a few weeks now, and honestly, I can't say enough good things about it. And what's exciting is there's even more games coming soon. In the game, you build a gold mining empire, you can battle thousands of other players, and the real crypto that you mine and earn in the game is redeemable for real gold. Their token called SST is in pre-sale now at just a $10 million tiny market cap. And if you use my link in the description, you can earn up to 30% bonus SST for a limited time. You can also get 50% of the value of that in player game packs, which help you get started early in the game. This is one of the most expansive Web3 games ever built, and here's a quick look at it.
Hello, my name's Colin Stone, your very own blockchain braveheart, and I'm here to talk to you today about my coin and game pick of the year. Do you ever wish you could have invested in billion-dollar market cap game coins like Axie Infinity at the start? Well, Gold Ink, a new game launching now, makes those look like they were made by a kid. In fact, that's why I believe Gold Ink's coin SST is the first coin in a long time with the potential to go up 900 times because it's the first Web3 real-time strategy massive multiplayer online game on mobile, and it's by far the most expansive Web3 game ever built. Its pre-sale is also at ridiculously low market cap, around $10 million for the next few days, and they are just about to launch the full game. Imagine someone building a mobile MMO game with a player-driven economy and player-governed political system where you can build a gold mining empire with your friends. and you're fighting against thousands of other alliances 24/7 to mine and steal crypto that is redeemable for real gold. That's Gold Inc. The reason SST is such a crazy buy is because Gold Inc. is not only the largest Web3 mobile game ever built, its team is obsessed with making it the greatest mobile game ever built. They plan to do this by adding the most addictive features from a lot of the most successful games on Earth, the best elements of games like Clash of Clans, Game of War, Pokemon Go, Clash Royale, Star Citizen, DayZ, Ark Survival, and many more in an effort to make a super game to rule them all. The beta is available now in Google Play and App Store, and you can still take part in their coin distribution at a tiny market cap for a few days. My advice: buy at the coin distribution now while it's at the lowest price and start mining it in the game. Beta users get significantly more SST for a short time, and early alliances have a significant long-term advantage. The launch price on exchanges is set at 5 times the current price, and its use cases are next level. This is as close to buying Bitcoin at $10 as I've seen in a long time. Buy SST and play now.
There you have it. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out the links in the description and in the comment section. Once again, you'll get up to 30% bonus SST and 50% of that value in Gold Inc. player game packs just for starting early. There will also be links for the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store where you can download the game today and start playing. So check it out for yourself, and let's get back to today's video. All right, so jumping back into today's video. Again, this is the sponsor of today's video. I honestly can't stop playing the game. When I share a new project, it's because I use it, I believe in it, and obviously it's a sponsor of the channel, so it's a paid partnership. But I don't just basically respond to any single comment or a project that comes my way, right? I have to do my own due diligence, and I've done my due diligence. I've been playing the game for a long time now. And if you thought Auxly was a great opportunity, then you should definitely check out Gold Inc. If you're into gaming, if you're into Web3, if you're into crypto, if you're into making money, then you should check it out because, you won't be disappointed. I'm not even a mobile gamer, to be honest. I can't even stand them. No, this is probably the first game I've ever played, actually, on my mobile. I can't stand any of that Candy Crush BS. It's amazing. You got to check it out. I've even got tons of people that aren't even gamers, don't even like crypto, and they're loving the game. You don't have to invest into the token to play the game, and you don't have to play the game to invest in the token. So it's a great opportunity. But as I said, I've been shouting from the rooftops about Auxly for the longest time, and I'm getting people all the time asking me, when's a good time to load up an Auxly? And of course, people want to buy it when it's up, over 1,000%. Even people who already own Auxly want to buy it, and they want to buy more of it. And that's because FOMO is real, right? Fear of missing out. And I'm going to have to get an Auxly shirt here soon. But Tilray was up quite a bit today as well. And mark my words, folks, the LPs are going to completely eat these MSOs lunch. Not to say that, the US isn't an opportunity. There's not growth ahead. There's not going to be opportunity there. I'm just saying that when everybody thinks a certain way, this is why I was so focused on Auxly. This thing got to a penny, folks. And look at my videos. I posted a interview with the CEO, Hugo Alves. You can see here almost 2,000 views. When a stock is getting this much attention, when, like, for example, I don't have an Auxly shirt, but I've got Auxly products. So they have their Fire Breath, which is fantastic. It's a great strain. Liquid Imagination was #1 in Canada for like the longest time, right? And you wouldn't know any of that unless you did any research. And if you did any research, you would know that this was the #1 strain, which you would have found out in this interview with the CEO as well, right? So again, if you're just listening to the echo chamber that is the, gong show of Twitter or whatever, or, even these quote unquote experts who claim to know everything about the industry, they really don't, right? Because most of them don't even consume MJ. Most of them don't even, they're just after views and whatnot, right? I'm not after that, right? I'm here to help everybody win. That's my goal. And I really don't care if you agree with me, disagree with me. We can have a conversation. We can try to persuade one another. But I've done thousands of hours of research. I see people comment on my videos all the time. They're like, they read a thumbnail. The last one was like, oh, it's probably easy to relate this crypto or this MJ to everything because you're invested in it. It's like, no, what about the thousands of hours of research I did? And most of the time, their comment doesn't even make any sense because they didn't even take the time to do a 10-minute video, right? They can't invest 10 minutes in a video, right, and get my thoughts and opinions, and their comment doesn't even make any sense, and I actually answer their comment in the video. I've done thousands of hours of research, folks, into these companies, and most people can't even read anything but a thumbnail or a title, and then they think they know it all, right? So again, this is why I spend thousands of hours researching. This is why I interview the CEOs. This is why I post them, so that you can do your own research and due diligence and see if it's a right fit, right? How long ago did I post about Auxly? Don't miss out on Auxly. I said Auxly's probably going to see a big move incoming. Here we go, big move incoming. This was 3 years ago, right? So again, nobody's doing any kind of research when it's at a penny or 2 pennies. They only want to, and look at my last video on Auxly. Let's just go to videos here. Right. And I'm not trying to say I told you so or anything like that. It's a learning curve, right? Like 99% of you listening to me haven't subscribed. Well, I mean, you haven't subscribed to the POW Algo or the POW Algo service yet, which is amazing. Like, I use it, right? I built it and I use it nonstop. Like, I can't imagine not using it, right? If you want to be successful, why wouldn't you not use it? It's way worth the money. Like, why wouldn't you join the POW Group community? Why wouldn't you subscribe to the POW Group YouTube channel? It's all free for the most part. If you want to join the POW Group community and actually be a paid member and join the private community, again, why wouldn't you want to do that? Like, it's pennies. It's like less than a cup of coffee a day, and you're going to get early insights like this, right? It just boggles my mind that everybody wants everything, but they don't want to put in the work, or they don't want to invest anything into themselves. They'll invest thousands of dollars of their hard-earned money into these stocks without doing any research, but they won't invest in themselves. It's kind of sad when you think about it. But at the end of the day, look at my video here on Auxly. It's got 1.1 thousand views, folks. You think it would have got a 1.1 thousand views when it was at 1 cent, 2 cents? Hell no. Because no one cares, right? When it goes up, then people care. Then they're like, when's a good time to buy? That's all the messages I'm getting today. And I'm like, oh, well, I actually posted multiple videos on Auxly saying it was a great time to buy around a penny, 2 pennies, right? I even said I was loading the boat, right? So many videos, literally like dozens. So again, I'm not saying this to say I told you so. I'm just saying it because this is a learning opportunity. And again, if you're not part of a community, you don't have to join POW Group. I could care less, right? I bet you any money I'll give you more value than anybody. And that's a promise. And I created this so that I could help people, right? I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for MJ. It's my number one passion on this earth. I say it all the time jokingly, but it's true. I feel like I was put on this earth to spread the MJ gospel, if you will. My second passion, I'm a tech nerd, right? My whole life has been working in tech. So that's why I got introduced to Bitcoin and into crypto, right? But if you're not looking at crypto, right? What's been in a 5-year bear market? MJ, what's been in a 5-year bull market? Big tech and crypto. What is very correlated? Tech and crypto. Makes sense. They're both tech, right? So if you're not looking at crypto and you're looking at tech or MJ, who cares? Even if you think it's the rat poison squared, like whoever said that, Charlie Munger, I think, rest in peace. At the end of the day, they were wrong about Amazon. Warren Buffett was wrong about Apple, right? So do the thousands of hours worth of research, and then also look at these other sectors that are in the spotlight, because it is a popularity contest to a certain degree, right? And we had a really great day in the market today. But if you're not looking at crypto legislation, if you're not looking at the crypto space, what is every second word out of this new administration? What is everybody frustrated about? No one's saying anything about MJ, right? How come MJ is not getting noticed by this new administration when they said that on the campaign trail, right? It's because they're fulfilling earlier promises on crypto. It's $1 trillion industry, folks. Crypto is worth trillions of dollars. So if you're not paying attention, regardless if you're invested or you care about it long term, you want the industry you want to see its demise. Who cares? The fact of the matter is, the people who are going to change the laws for the MJ industry are focusing on crypto. So you need to pay attention to that. And that's why I am the home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Because we need to pay attention to everything, right? As much as we want number go up, that's not realistic. We have to look at what's in play right now, what's more than likely going to happen into the fall. We're going to see seasonality kick in. You're going to see MJ stocks become popular. You're probably going to see crypto legislation. And then guess what? Probably going to be MJ's turn, right? So again, you have to put in the work. You have to put, not just in MJ, not just in crypto. You have to understand how financial markets work. And the thing that I can't stand the most, and I really wish I could just like everyone that comes into the MJ industry, I don't care how much you love MJ, right? Neither does the market, okay? You need to be more picky with what you invest in, and you need to be more serious, right? You have to understand this. It's like becoming a doctorate. It's like having your degree in something. You can't just come in and throw thousands of dollars of your heart. Like I see people all the time telling me I'm putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into this stock, and I'm like, why? Like, what do you like? They haven't even tried their products. Can you imagine being Warren Buffett and putting millions of dollars into or whatever it is, whatever figure that's meaningful to you into a company and never trying their products? Like, this is what we're dealing with the MJ industry here, folks, right? Like Auxly, I've got products galore. I got their all-in-one vapes, which they sold like 3 million in like a matter of months. This one, the all-in-one with the different temperatures, is amazing. Look at all the products I got, folks. Like, it's raining friggin' Auxly products, right? Like, it's just insane to me that people don't even know what they're investing in. They haven't tried any of their products. And even if they're the best products in the world, if they're not, established, if they have a lot of debt, right? There's so many things. So I'm going off on a tangent here, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that, I'm a little fiery today, and, that's why I got the fire breath here from Auxly. But I actually haven't consumed any cannabis in almost 2 months now. I'm taking a break. But that's just because I love my body, right? More than cannabis, but I love cannabis. So you have to say to yourself, like, if you're looking at this industry and it's not even that much, folks. Like, I mean, Auxly's absolutely on a friggin' tear, but like Tilray's at 59 cents, right? Not a big deal. I think I might have froze here. Hopefully I'm still coming through okay. Make sure I've been watching your videos for a couple years now. Am I coming through okay, folks? I'm going to remove my background because I think that's what's causing the issues here. I'm just going to remove this this background. Can I even do that? Maybe it's because I'm live streaming. But can someone talk? Am I coming through loud and clear? Okay, cool. Okay, never mind me then. On my screen, it's like really lagging, so I don't know why that's the case. Gotta love technology. But okay, so let's get back to some news here. So again, notice how you're probably thinking, like, all these people are probably thinking, oh, he's not even talking about the news that happened today. The main reason why I'm here. That's not why we're here, folks. No one cares about what happens today, because guess what? The share price is at 17 cents. You should be thinking, I want to, like, I've been reading books a lot lately, and a lot of the books I've been focusing on are the future, right? You guys ever hear that book, Sapiens, where it talks about how, like, not to say the book isn't awesome, it's probably one of the best books ever written, but who cares what happened in the past, right? I want to know what's going to happen in the future so I can take advantage of it and profit for myself, my family, and my generations to come, right? So I've been focusing more on the future before it actually happens. So wouldn't you want to, like, subscribe to a channel that's going to help you find these companies before? Like, obviously this was great news today, but you didn't need this news article to be bullish on Auxly, is what I'm saying. If you just did some research, right? If you tried some of their products, like I said, I've even got other products that I haven't rained yet. Like there's some more that I rained. So, and those are all Auxly products, right? Like there's like 2 dozen. Okay. And that's like me over the last year or two trying them out. And I know that they're leading, right? So I don't need this news article. And I actually interviewed the CEO, Hugo Algo. So, we'll go through this article real quick here. But it's great to see that they removed the going concern. I even mentioned that in my interview with Hugo Algo, the CEO. And it's great to see this news came out today, July 8th. That's why, that's not why the stock's been ripping. The stock has been ripping in anticipation of that. Why? Because the market's rigged and the institutional investors knew, right? The market makers knew. Now you're just seeing the final bubble. And then no wonder my videos are getting 1,000 views on an Auxly, right? Like Tilray will get 1,000 views on every day of the week. But Auxly, 200, 300 average. When I'm at 1,200 views in a couple days, probably not the greatest time to buy, right? Again, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but it is what it is, right? And you have to understand this, and it doesn't absolutely have to be news driven, right? So here's the news real quick. These transactions are now complete. So Auxly closes transformational debt reduction transaction, strengthens financial position, and unlocks potential growth. Let me just see here. So the transactions represent, actually, let me close back here. The closing of the 2 transformative financial transactions previously announced on June 19th which was related to Imperial Brands. These transactions represent an important milestone in the execution of Auxly's strategy, delivering a material, stronger balance sheet and providing the financial flexibility to invest in future growth. They reflect the culmination of a focused effort of the streamline Auxly's capital structure and reinforce long-term sustainability of our business. With these transactions now complete, Auxly has achieved the following: eliminated approximately $21 million in debt from the balance sheet, reduced debt service obligations by approximately $700,000 per annum, access to new $10 million revolving facility, so credit, providing financial flexibility to support continued growth, and removal of the going concern uncertainty, disclosure of the company's financial statements, and a clear signal of renewed financial strength and stability. So what do you know? Just when the clouds were coming over, right? The dark clouds were upon us. That was actually the best time to invest. Imagine that, right? And it's the same thing. I see that all the time. Someone commented in my video the other day. What sectors see 90 or 95+% corrections and then recover? And I was like, oh man, this person has a lot to learn, young grasshopper. It's like every single one, Amazon. Right. And I know you're going to get those people that are going to be like, he just said Amazon. He can't even compare, dude. No. It's like Amazon dropped 95% in 2001. And then what? Did it recover? Okay, well, that was Amazon. Okay. But the point is you want to find the next Amazon of the MJ industry. Forget about Amazon and tech. That is irrelevant. And again, it's frustrating for me because it's so obvious. And these people are the people that should be joining POW Group, but they don't, because they don't want to win. They don't like themselves. They don't want to invest in themselves. They just want to lose all the time. And as much as you try to help them win, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? It's like every single industry, the tech industry, the electric vehicle industry, AI, MJ, right? Alts, crypto, alts. Some altcoins were down 99% from their all-time highs in 2000 when C19 happened. Now you got MJ Biz Daily reporting about it. Auxly MJ reaches turning point with closing of 2 transactions. So just echoing that, basically that same article. But again, try POW Group. Invest in yourself. Try us for a week. I just dare you. Try it. You don't even need a credit card. Come try us out for a week. Go to powgroup.ca. There'll be links in the description. Everywhere else, there'll be literally links for it everywhere. You can't miss it. Join it, invest in yourself, do yourself a favor, come check us out for a week. That's the worst you could do. No credit card required. There's a pop-up as soon as you go there. You don't have to click anything. It just pops up, and even if you're scared to click a mouse, guess what? We got that figured out. We did the legwork for you. It's funny how, like, literally I could make a fence with gold on the other side, and people will look at this fence and they'll say, what if there's like a hole on the other side and it's like a bottomless pit and I fall into the abyss? I'm like, no, but just trust me. On the other side of that fence, there's a treasure, right? It's not a bottomless pit. I know you can't see the other side, but just come on over, right? And try the POW Algo alerts. Like, they're amazing. I literally can't say enough good things about this. I use them all the time. I built them, and literally there was Auxly alerts going off nonstop, talking about how it was probably a good time to buy. And you've seen me do analysis on the stock when we see a 10-week close. A close over the 10-week moving average, we see a stochastic and a MACD bull cross on the weekly. That is usually a great time to buy. The last time that happened was in the end of December of 2024. Price was at 4 cents, and here we are at 17 cents. So you get these alerts as they happen in real time, and the price will be going up soon. It's currently $15.99 Canadian. Can't stay that way forever. There's some people that are still paying $4.99, and then I know there's going to be somebody say, oh, well, he's just trying to sell the algo. Yeah, I'm running a business, folks. I spent thousands of hours just on this product, just on developing this. So yeah, I better damn get paid for it, right? Why would I put thousands of dollars? It's like watching a Walmart commercial on TV and saying, well, they're just trying to sell their products. It's like, yeah, duh. It's called running a business, right? So it's kind of funny. I'm a little fired up today. I got a lot of comments on my videos recently. It's kind of ridiculous, some of the quality of the I mean, most of them are good. I'll give you all the credit, but it's just like, man, these people who comment these ridiculous comments, I'm like, you need this the most, right? But they can't get over their own ego and their own pride and self-worth. Like, I built this because it was literally, you know what I built the algo for? Because I was tired of going on here and doing the analysis myself. I was looking at Auxly every time, right? And I was like, okay, did we have a bullish triple thunder crossover, which is what I called it? And I would come on here and do this manually. It would take me hours, right? So I created this algo so that it saved me time. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. What if I put this into like a product that people can subscribe to, and then it'll save them time too? That's essentially what I did, right? And you'll see it right here in the video. It's real-time alerts. You receive it on your phone. If you're not in the POW Group private community, you'll get it in an email, and it's real-time buy and sell signals. So, and again, there was multiple went off on Auxly. You'll get it on multiple different stocks and cryptos as well. We have over 50 assets at the moment. It's growing. And this is what it looks like in the POW Group private community. This is what it looks like in an email. So you'll get Auxly overbought, right? If we're overbought on multiple time frames, on the hourly, the 4 hour, and the daily, you'll get an ultra overbought, right? Which might be a decent time to start taking profits. But again, when Auxly's down this much, you want to be cautious, because somebody asked me today in the POW Group private community, you know who you are, said, I kind of want to add more into Auxly. I'm like, yeah, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because we're monthly overbought, right? No one wants to buy it when we're oversold down here. But when we're monthly overbought, people want to add more. They want to buy more. They're getting FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, even though they already own some, but they're thinking, why didn't I buy more, right? So am I thinking that? Yeah, absolutely, right? I'm human, right? Why didn't I put in double what I put in, right? It would have been a no-brainer, but hindsight's 2020. But still, the amount of money that I put into this thing at a penny, 2 pennies, what if, just like the thumbnail says in the title of this video, what if we go back to all-time highs? What if we hit new all-time highs? Let me show you a pattern right now on this chart that I drew for POW Group private members. If this is an inverse head and shoulders on the 3-month chart, we're all going to be filthy stinking rich. Okay? Believe me, generational wealth is loading, and I'm very, very confident of that. Look at this 3-month chart, and now look at the price. If this confirms, keep in mind we're early, right? We still have to come up, hit the neckline, form a right shoulder, and then consolidate, and then confirm the inverse head and shoulders. But if we take the measured move here from that inverse head and shoulders on Auxly, that's a $15 Auxly. Do the math if you bought this at a penny. Okay, I'll do the math for you. We'll go from a penny to $15. That's Bitcoin gains, folks. That's 100. No, that's, oh, wow. Yeah, that's 155,000%. That means if you invested $1,000, you'd have $1.55 million for every $1,000 you invested. Just imagine, like I bought some of this at a penny, at 2 pennies. So that means every time Auxly goes up a penny, I double my investment, my initial investment at that level, right? But if you're buying Auxly now and it's at 17 cents, you need it to go to 34 cents to double your investment. Do you follow? It's called the exponential growth and multiplier effect, right? That's the benefit you get when you buy at a penny or a couple pennies, or when stocks are down 90+%, maybe even 98, 99%, right? But look at this day today. We have Auxly, CXXI, Tilray, MSOS. We had a bullish triple thunder crossover on that go off today on the Algo alert service, similar to what happened to Auxly. But yeah, a lot of people are asking, why is MJ up today? There was even an article out. Let me just bring up the POW Group private community here real quick. And this is another thing too. I have all the news. So you don't, like, I see people all the time, like, searching websites, going to different MJ stocks websites, MJ news websites, or going to different crypto news. Nope, no more of that. I've got like dozens of publishers that filters it in automatically. You don't even have to check. You just go here, it fetches it automatically. And it's got different publishers. You got MJ Biz Daily, MJ Moment. You've got MJ Herald. You got Business of MJ. Everything's in here. And then if you want to go get crypto news, you go there. If you want to get general news, real estate news, it's all there. You don't have to go check another single website. So anytime I'm looking for MJ news, like, why do you think I built this, folks? For my own use. And then I was like, again, this can benefit other people. Now we got 52 paid members in the POW Group private community. If you're a member on YouTube right now, that's different than this membership, right? And it comes with its own set of perks. You'd probably benefit from both, though. Again, you get a week free trial. You can come check us out. And again, and you'll just promise me, I promise you, it will be worth it. And just give me a sec. Grind never stops. I'm also an Airbnb host, so just one sec. You're very welcome. Enjoy your stay. And that's about the work of an Airbnb host. I just answered the phone and let them in the first time. Hope they don't have any questions. But yeah, I get cleaners now. I got multiple cleaners. So it's pretty sweet. And yeah, I do my best to make them happy as hell, right? I got gifts waiting for them when they check in. You know, like, again, I run a business, folks. I want to be the best at everything, in case you haven't noticed. And when I have my own business, like POW Group, you best believe I put my whole heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this friggin' thing, okay? So again, do yourself a favor. Come check us out for a week. You know what? I'll even give away a POW Algo service directly. Let me know if you want to see me give away a membership to the POW Algo service. I don't care about, the money, really, at the end of the day. I want people to benefit. Obviously, it took me thousands of hours to build this thing. I created the Algo service myself. Go check it out. But here is the article here today. Let me know if you want to see a giveaway, and I'll do that at the end of the video. DEA says marijuana. Sorry, I try not to say that word. Although, on the topic of this is also bullish. YouTube is no longer flagging my videos so that I don't make money on them. And again, I don't make videos because I want to make money, or else I wouldn't be an MJ, obviously, because like 99% of my videos wouldn't qualify for monetization. So that's why you don't see many people creating content for MJ, is because they don't make money off of it, right? And that goes to show you that 99% of content creators don't care about you. They care about the money. So I've been making videos literally and getting my YouTube channel shadow banned because it's all 80, 90% MJ. Guess what the algorithm's going to say? Screw that, right? So no wonder you don't get notifications when I go live. Anyway, I go off on all these tangents, but it's starting to not do that anymore. Okay. So that's another bullish momentum. That means that you're going to get seen a lot more. So the DEA says MJ rescheduling process is stalled by 6 months into the Trump administration. So what does that mean? That means confusion. Everybody's like, what the hell? Why are the prices going up today? It shouldn't be going up. And the reason why is because prices go up when you least expect it. Why is the market going up? It's because market expansion is happening. We're seeing breadth open up in the market. You're seeing the Russell, right, which is the small cap stocks. You're seeing everything. You're seeing the S&P 500. How long have I been saying? And I'm getting a ton of people signing up for the free trial and membership. So yeah, awesome to see that people are signing up this as I'm talking about it. And again, I really want people to win. I'm not here to sell courses, even though I do have courses. It's going to literally, I create this stuff so that you don't have to invest thousands of hours or thousands of dollars. It's a couple $100 and you're going to save yourself tons of time. And I'm going to give you all the information that I learned. You don't have to take it though, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about you. Do you want to help yourself win? And that's all I try to do at POW Group, is try to make it easier for people to win. So on the weekly time frame, the S&P 500, I've been saying this for many, many months. So many people were saying, well, what about the rising tensions in the Middle East? I don't care. I'm looking at the charts and seeing what the charts are saying. And what it is saying is we're going much higher. The S&P 500 confirmed a weekly bull flag a long time ago. It confirmed the weekly bull flag back on May 27th. Then you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it was saying the whole time that the measured move was 655. Then we had another weekly bull flag form, as if that wasn't enough. And not only that, we also had a daily bull flag form, and that one saying 648. So that's called confluence, multiple signals, indicators, patterns, all saying the same thing. When you're looking at multiple signals, patterns, indicators, all saying the same thing, what are you going to expect? The opposite to happen? Why? Everything's telling you it's going up. Why are you going to expect down? Oh, because there's rising tensions in the Middle East? Who cares? I mean, obviously, we don't want that to happen. War is a terrible thing. But when we're a technical analyst, why do you think bots and algos do so well, right? It's because they don't feel emotions. And that's what the media is designed to do, is to make you feel emotional. Not only that, we had a bullish triple thunder crossover. We had, just like Auxly, we had the close above the 10-week moving average, the MACD, and the stochastic cross bullish, and it's in that order. It's always well, not always, but I would say like 90, 80% of the time, you have the stochastic cross bullish on the weekly, then the close above the 10-week moving average, then the MACD follow through, and then moon mission, right? So, and then I also mentioned on Auxly that we had the first ever monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, which is the yellow line and the white line. I said it's very close to happening. I said it's probably going to happen at some point close to the fall. maybe the end of summer. Here we are, close to fall, and like kind of entering into the heat of the summer. But this isn't over yet, folks. Now let's look at the daily time frame. We also had a golden cross that happened back with the 50-day crossing, the 200. That's called multiple confluences saying moon mission. Okay, wealth, life-changing wealth is loading. So that happened way back in January. Now look. Now, okay, so the golden cross is when the 50-day and the 200-day moving average cross bullish. So what do you think happens when the 50-week and the 200-week moving average cross bullish? I call it the platinum bull cross, which is in the POW Algo alert service. Here's all of the alerts. So again, I don't even have to look at these charts anymore. I'll just get notified the next time it happens. So let's go on here and look at golden cross. So we'll bring up POW Algo golden cross, and we'll bring up the platinum bull cross. So we'll look at the daily time frame. So I don't even have to look at a stock chart anymore. I'm just going to get a notification in the POW Algo service when the golden cross. So it makes my life easier. I don't have to look at charts all the time. And then when it happens, I'm notified via email or in the POW Group private community, whatever I want. And you can see here, it was back in January. Okay, not making this stuff up. Now, in the next little while, we're going to get a platinum bull cross, which this will be the first in history. You can see there's never been one. Okay, let's bring up SPY. Now let's look at the platinum bull crosses here. So the last time we had a platinum bull cross, and I'm going to get rid of the golden cross because it seems to be overshadowing it here. So let me just get rid of that. Bear cross, golden cross. There we go. So there's the platinum bull cross right there. The last time that happened on SPY, the S&P 500, was in September of 2011. And now we're probably going to see a platinum bear cross soon. But that's just a term I coined to signal that it's much higher prices coming. And look at Auxly right now. That platinum bull cross is forming. It's the same as the golden cross. It's just the weekly 50 and the 200 weekly moving average. And they're close to seeing a bull cross here now as well. So this is why when people ask me, is it a good time to add? Well, again, not really. But at the same time, if we take a look at Auxly on the monthly time frame, there's no monthly resistance until 35.5 cents from here. I guess 35.5 cents. That's the next level. So what do you notice about this chart here? It was an absolute bloodbath, and then just a lack of resistance, right? This month, we had this level right here at 4.5 cents, and then we had a level at 9.5. And then look at what happened here on this monthly equilibrium. We had our low, high, higher, low, lower, high, higher, low, and look at this thing of beauty. It was a triple top, 1, 2, 3 tops at 5.5 cents, and then a triple bottom. You literally can't make this stuff up. 1, 2, 3 at 2.5 cents. So technical analysis 101 tells you the more touches, the weaker it gets. So in this part of the pattern right here, it was do or die moment. We were tightening up. We were essentially at the crossroads. So the 3 touches to the resistance, 3 touches to the support. The next time it breaks that triple top or that double or that triple bottom, it's going to break out massively in whatever direction. Just so happened that it ended up being to the upside. How do we know it was going to be the upside? Well, we were just at a penny and dropped 99%. There was also an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up. There was also a bullish triple thunder crossover lining up, like I mentioned. We were also monthly oversold, right? We also had a monthly uptrend confirming. So this is all stuff that you don't need to know either, right? Like that's the benefit of POW Group. You can come and join. I know there's tons of people in the POW Group private community, tons of people messaging me like directly saying, hey, thanks so much for letting me know about Auxly when it was at a penny or 2 pennies, right? And it makes me feel amazing. But at the end of the day, I want you to learn this stuff yourself. You don't have to become a guru, right? You don't have to be like me, put in thousands and thousands of hours, but you can benefit from the community and my work, and we can all help each other. And that's all I've been trying to do with these videos. And I even got ridiculed, right? When it was at a penny. Oh, look at this guy saying a massive move's coming, life-changing wealth's coming, right? And now you're starting to see that, right? From a penny, we're up almost about 1,600%. From the low there to the high, we're up over 1,500%. That means $1,000 invested would now be worth over $15,000. So there's lots of opportunities out there. Canara Biotech, I've been talking about that one for a long time. Look at that one. It's almost at all-time highs. What MJ stocks do you know is at all-time highs or monthly overbought? Well, I can show you a couple here. Canara Biotech, love, ticker symbol LOVE. It's almost monthly overbought at the moment. And Auxly is in overbought territory. 70 and above is considered overbought. The RSI right now is at 75. So again, we want to be aware of this stuff before it happens. We don't want to be a deer in the headlights chasing. And, kind of go back to my thought process earlier, 35.5 cents is the next level resistance. So we could even go from here. We could even go another 100% and just be met with monthly resistance. So this is the time where you want to be cautious. But, I'm not going to tell you to buy, sell, or hold. But we also have no monthly support all the way down to 2.5 cents. So if it were me, my answer to that was I probably wouldn't add right now. I would probably be patient and look for a monthly higher low somewhere around 7 cents maybe. But again, who knows? Maybe we keep running until we hit 25 cents or 30 cents resistance. And then we form a monthly higher low around 10 cents or 15 cents. We just don't know. But I'd much rather be buying at a penny. And, I'm not a day trader. Like I will do short-term trades. I'll do swing trades. But why do we look at investments? Right? Why do we look at the stock market? Why do we look at the crypto market? Because we don't want to work a job. We don't want to be tied down, right? So why would you want to be a day trader? In my opinion, to each their own. But I really don't want to be on a computer any longer than I have to. That's why I created these POW Algo alerts, because essentially it's my logic, right? It's what I have in my head built out into code. And then I created these indicators. There's 20 of them. Look at it. Ascending triangle, bullish, triple thunder, crossover, bearish, cosmic, overbought, oversold, which is the daily and weekly time frame, which is very, very huge sell and buy signals. Then you got death cross, bull cross, you got daily bull flag, descending triangle, ascending. You got M2 money supply. There's 20 of them, right? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying to get off the computer as much as possible. The next step is to create a bot that trades based on these algos, but that's a whole different can of worms. And you start to, I thought about making a subscription for that, but I might just build it for myself because I don't like dealing with other people's money. I almost become a financial advisor, but it was stressful enough managing my own money, let alone other people's money. I used to work for Invesco as well. If you bring up QQQ, I was basically like a beginner in Invesco, and I almost became a financial advisor. I was one exam away from becoming a financial advisor, and I said, screw that. And then when I started looking into these bots, these trading bots, and then adding all of my POW indicators to them, I said, wouldn't it be awesome if I could not only get these algo alert service, but then create a bot to buy and sell based on that. But then I started thinking oh, wow, the amount of liability that would come with that, with the SEC and the OSC and everything else. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just build it for myself. And, I can't sue myself. So that was kind of where I'm at with that. So I apologize if you're excited about the trading bot. That's not going to happen. I can't open myself up to that amount of risk. And, all it would take is just one person. Because as much as I tell people don't invest your life savings, what do you think they're going to go do? They're going to be like, I'm going to invest my life savings into this freaking bot. And then they're going to lose all their money, and then they're going to come sue POW Group. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to avoid that like the plague. But yeah, I'm just having some fun now. Obviously a great day today. Crypto has been absolutely monstrous over the last couple of weeks. Also just did an interview today with Pascal Saint-Jean. He's the CEO of a XRP ETF provider. Their name is 3IQ, and their digital asset manager. And that was absolutely fantastic, and just a great conversation overall. And so many people told me they bought XRP at 40 cents or 30 cents, and it just hit $3.40 not too long ago. So many people told me they bought Auxly at a penny or 2 pennies, and here it is at 17 cents, right? And it's not even if it was at all-time highs, why can't it go back there, right? If it was at all-time highs when Canada legalized, why can't it go back to all-time highs or then some when the U.S. legalizes? The U.S. will legalize, folks. It's not a question of if, it's when. And, so many people told me, I don't have very many people thanking me about Tilray yet, but believe me, you will. There'll be tons of people. I know somebody just bought the Tilray shirt the other day. I can't remember who it was. You know who you are, but, so many people are going to thank me for the Tilray opportunity as well. And, again, I don't talk about these companies unless I own them. I don't talk about them unless I truly believe in them. And I'm not just looking and speculating at a number go up. It's because I've tried their products. I've done thousands of hours worth of research, right? Strone, I think you were the one that that said you bought the Tilray shirt. So yeah, we'll have to get an Auxly shirt going here soon. It takes a long time to get that stuff. And again, I'm a one-man show. I do everything myself. Like I built my website myself. I do everything. I do all my videos. I do all my content. I literally everything here that you see, I do. Like anything you see on POW Group, anything tied to POW Group is me, except for this free trial page and a couple ads on YouTube. I actually hired a marketing agency to do that. But yeah, like I would say 99% of what I do is me. So all of my merch, all of that stuff that I build is me. All of the algos, that's me. So all of this, it takes a lot of time. And, at the end of the day, it's funny how, I guess the people that aren't very entrepreneurial will be the first to criticize. But yeah, I don't know why people say, oh, he's only trying to sell an algo. He's only trying to sell a membership. It's like, yeah, it's my business. It's my baby, right? It's like Tesla. Can you imagine Elon? Oh, he's just trying to sell a car. It's just so dumb. Like, it's like you might as well just float. Is kind of how I look at it, right? I don't got time for that. But yeah, let's jump into the chat here. I've been telling y'all, hope you bought some. Yeah, we've been screaming from the rooftops, my friend. Yeah, people are finally starting to want to buy now, which is unfortunate, but better late than never, I guess. Yeah, we went over that. So 22%, and the going concern is gone, loud and clear. You're coming through 17 cents today. Feels great to watch an asset grow. Yeah, like I said, it went from monthly oversold to overbought in record time. This is going to hit 20 cents soon. Need the volume to be 5 to 10 million average and institutional to jump on. And that's another thing too. This stock's on the TSX, right? It had all of the signs that it was undervalued and, Imperial Brands backing it. Like I said, number one products in Canada. You heard Hugo Alves talk in my interview. You could just tell the excitement. These are the things that people won't do, right? People won't invest the time. People won't even listen to me for 50 minutes, even though, I'm basically giving you like thousands of hours of my time and my what I've learned over the year, my experience. But people, I guess that's just the way it is, right? People want, and kudos to you if you're still listening. You're probably going to win. You're probably going to make it. You're probably going to change your life forever and your family's lives forever. But the people who want everything yesterday, life doesn't work like that, folks. And not only that, like if you won the lottery, right? Just picture, if you won the lottery, you're probably going to start to feel amazing. But then over time, you're going to be like, well, why me? Like, there's so many other people that need it more than me. And then you start to almost feel bad about it, right? Because you didn't earn it. But when you go through the blood, sweat, and the tears and put in your hard ass work, right? You're going to be like, you know what? This is, I earned this, right? I own this. And you're never going to feel one bit of remorse. Let me tell you. There's no better feeling. So, yeah, April 22nd, 2022, Auxly was 14 cents and then took a 90% hit. Yeah, exactly. So what does that tell you? That tells you that it sucks to be early, but doesn't mean that it's down and out forever, right? Just because the stock goes to a penny doesn't mean that, people will look at a stock and they say, it's at a penny, it's going bankrupt, right? That's the natural analysis and thought process. But just because like a price of an asset is the biggest illusion ever. Auxly reminded me so much of Cardano, the crypto. It hit just under I think it was like 1.7 cents Cardano hit. And then in like a year and I think a half, it hit $3 and like 14 cents or something. It went from like just under 2 pennies, so a penny, to over $3. And I remember buying a little bit, but my friend bought a lot. I was like, God damn him. But I was so happy for him, right? And just in a year and a half. And I think Auxly is one of those stories. Again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if there was any other opportunity, like I said, Auxly has the opportunity to be a huge turnaround story and success story. And yeah, I would not be surprised to see Auxly at $2, $3. And imagine myself, other people in POW Group, other people who bought that are on the stream right now that have bought at a penny, bought at 2 pennies. This thing goes back to $2, $3, $5, $10. Just do the math. Praise Rod. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Andrew. Another POW member in the house. What's your opinion on Tilray long term? Can't. I mean, I have a shirt on, so I'm definitely bullish. I'm happy I purchased 7,500 shares last week. I've been very vocal. Probably every second, third video on my channel is a Tilray video. Very bullish on them long term. I think they'll be top 5 easily, probably top 3. Maybe easily as well, maybe even the biggest MJ company when it's all said and done. Ultimately, we're still going to see tons of consolidation in the space. Who knows? Maybe even might see an Auxly and a Tilray merge one day. Might not be anytime soon. Auxly won a huge premium at the moment. But yeah, your video for the one report for the quarter 1 report is still only 500. Considering how well they did, you think that they would have inspired people to buy sooner? That's pretty much. You just learned, you just gained like 2 years worth of wisdom just now. Just on that one comment, you just gained 2 years worth of wisdom, and I'm going to enlighten you. So that tells you that people are lazy. They don't like to do work, right? They only see number go up. So you're welcome. I just saved you 2 years of your life to figure that out. You're now 2 years older because it takes most people 2 years to figure that out. You have a bigger meaning than talk about MJ. Exactly. MJ is my passion, right? But I got an XRP hat. I love XRP. I love technology. That's my second passion. But my number one passion is MJ, right? It's helping people. It's a better alternative to alcohol and tobacco. It's medicine, right? And it's also a financial vehicle for financial freedom for yourself, your family, and your family's family, your generations to come. So why not like it? It's literally... Your body has an endocannabinoid system, right? Like we are engineered to accept this miracle plant, right? But at the end of the day, technology. I mean, I've got all this stuff going on right now, technology-wise, right? I wouldn't know how to do this if I wasn't a technology nerd. But again, you don't need to be like me. You don't need to be an MJ Pat. You don't need to be like, put on this earth to spread the MJ gospel, like I say. You don't need to be 2 decades into technology and devoting your whole life to it to make any money off of it, right? All you need to do is know how to hit the buy button and hit the sell button and not buy into the noise and the gong show and the adult daycare of social media. And I've never seen anything like it, to be honest. If you go on X or you go on Reddit's the worst. I stopped using that. I was like, oh my God, if I want to be depressed, I just go on Reddit. But yeah, it's like, man, like the amount of grown adult childs is ridiculous when you get into investments. And yeah, just, you just need to not listen to the financial media and mainstream media, because it wants you to sell when you should be buying, and it wants you to buy when you should be selling. And that's why when Auxly was at a penny, I was making content. When Auxly is at $5 or $10, I'll still be making content. When my videos are monetized now or no longer monetized, I don't care, because I'm not just after views and money, right? And guaranteed, when you start seeing media articles saying that, guess what? YouTube is no longer like, they're still censoring me a little bit. I don't really know what the criteria is, to be 100% honest with you. I don't know what the algorithm's looking for. Sometimes my rapid fire news videos, which are all MJ nonstop, sometimes they get flagged, sometimes they don't. So it's like, I don't know, at this point, it's almost like random. But the second you see articles saying content creators or YouTube videos are no longer being censored or demonetized for any MJ related topics, just watch the amount of people that are going to start making videos for MJ. But remember who was making videos when you needed it the most, when they weren't making money. Okay, please give me some credit, because I can't stress enough how much I'm here talking about this, because it's my passion. If, mark my words, put it in your calendar, put it in your phone, put it on your wall, whatever you got to do. Put in 20 years, 30 years from now, if POW Group, if Rod is still breathing, he will be making content. He will be making crypto, well, MJ first, because that's my passion. And it's like 80 to 90% of my videos. Who knows? Maybe that'll change someday. But I will be making videos as long as I'm breathing. As long as I'm on this earth, I will be making videos. Okay? And it doesn't matter if I'm getting paid for them or not paid for them. Okay? So that's just me being real with you. I've been watching your videos for a couple years now. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you very much. I'll preach. Yep. Yes. Coming through loud and clear. That was from earlier. You're amped. How many energy drinks you up to? This is my first. But yeah, good call. Yeah, I even cracked a beer in midstream when I was watching that gaming video. So cheers. If you're watching and not subscribed, please subscribe. Rod has earned it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, again, I'm not here to get likes. I'm not here to get subscribers or money. I mean, all of that, it will just come as a byproduct. But again, I honestly can't say it with enough honesty. Like, I've seen what it's like, right? I've done coaching calls. I've seen people, like people in the POW group private community are teaching me now. It's awesome, right? There's some things that they're better at than me, than I'm better at than them. And we all work together, right? It's like a like-mind community. We're all after the same thing. And it's about helping people first and foremost, right? You're never gonna succeed in a community of like-minded individuals if you only care about yourself. That's for damn sure. But yeah, it's just like the amount of camaraderie, the amount of friendships that we made in the group. It's awesome, right? And like, there's so much divide in the world today. Like, if you get nothing out of it other than like building some friendships and some positivity, I mean, that's really all I'm after. And then if you get some financial well-being as well, then great. But you're never going to come into POW group and me be negative all the time, because I always say this to my daughter and my partner and my friends and my family. It takes way more energy to be negative than it does to be positive. Just try frowning for half an hour and then try smiling for half an hour, right? We'll see how you do after that. MJ is building a full foundation of legal. MJ grows. Trump only promised medical states' rights, no hassle for them. Completed. Yeah, exactly. Get a new promise for him. Yeah, I think so. Michael, it's coming soon. Promises made, promises kept. It's just not popular. We'll get there. I agree. You're paid. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, Jeff, but yeah, I'm paid. I've got like 10 different sources of income. I've got long-term income properties. I've got short-term rental properties. Actually, one short-term rental, I'm making like 500% cash flow just on a month. Not even from that's just the cash flow, not even the appreciation of the asset. I also have, like 5 other income streams. So yeah, I'm definitely getting paid. I'm not getting paid from any of these companies though, these MJ companies. I've never received a single penny from any MJ company. I've never received a single penny from any crypto company unless it's a sponsored video, which this video was, and I was paid. So yeah, I'm full disclosure on that. The first round of FOMO has definitely happened with Tilray and Auxly. The second and third rounds should be much larger as a short squeeze gets rolling harder. Media mentioning squeeze now. Yeah, exactly. And like Tilray's still under $1, right? Like we haven't even hit the we're not going to have to do a reverse split from now, right? But again, Aurora did 2 reverse splits, a 1 for 12 and then a 1 for 10. And guess what? I get people commenting on my video now. Aurora's the king. Aurora's the best. Buy Aurora. And it's like, and then I even see their handle and they'll be like, Tilray's doing bankrupt. It's doing a reverse split. Buy Aurora. And I'm thinking, oh my God, does this person not know that Aurora did 2 reverse splits? And they're criticizing. It's just, they don't even know. They're just completely ignorant. But yeah, I agree. We're not even getting started yet. Auxly, it's 15 cents unless we get more volume. Then we move fast upward. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to take much volume though at this point, right? Like it's still nothing. And then what happens if they uplist to a US major exchange? Let that one sink in for a little bit. That's a huge other catalyst that I bet you a lot of people don't see coming. What do you think Imperial Brands is going to want to do? Get access to the biggest capital market in the world, right? Consider me signed up. Yeah, I think you did sign up while I was giving my spiel. So like I said, there was a few people that signed up. There was a couple people that signed up for the trial. There was a couple people that signed up for the algo and the membership. I'll get to those later though. Auxly MJ Group is my number one MJ investment, hands down. That's awesome. Yeah, I recognize you, Scott, and thanks for joining the stream and appreciate all the support. I know you're probably the biggest Auxly bull out there, so we'll give you that. I'm in Auxly for 265,000 shares at 8-cent average. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're probably happy today. We got Auxly MJ Group, baby. I'm in Auxly. It's 1.6 million. Yeah, I knew you'd be the biggest whale. That's at 4.5 cents US. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're having a great day as well. Yeah, there we go. The excitement is shining through. Bro, have no Auxly yet. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, Tashi, right? Like we all come in at different times, but I would just be cautious, right? If you are looking at it, obviously it's overbought now on the monthly time frame. It ran from a penny to 17 cents, right? So if you're going to potentially load up, just don't do what every other DGen investor and MJ investor does for the most part and just go all in, right? You might want to wait for a pullback or add a little bit now and save some money on the side and look to scale in, right? Add a little bit now, maybe a little bit at 15 cents, a little bit at 12 cents, 10 cents, scale in, right? I mean, if you look at the chart, I won't bore everybody with it here. I'll just quickly bring it up. If we look at the all-time high on Auxly, screw it, I'll bring it up. So all-time high on Auxly to where we are today, the stock is still down 94%. So this is another piece of wisdom that you're going to gain. This will probably save you a year of your life, okay? When you look at a stock and you see that it's up off the lows 1,500%, that's the wrong thinking. Or if you're looking at the price, that's the wrong way of going about it. You will get wrecked and wrecked and wrecked, and you'll get FOMO'd in, and then it'll pull back 20, 30%. You'll sell it again, and you'll get wrecked even more. What you want to do is go from the all-time high and think of percentages, right? Look at how, and we just had another person sign up, so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Look at the pullback. That's what you want to know. If it was at a certain price before, and it just eradicated a ton of debt, it's got Imperial Brands as a partner, it's listed on the TSX, it's number one in terms of products. They got amazing products. How many people are coming out with these all-in-one vapes now, right? They're a leader, right? Like, they're not going anywhere. So if it was once at a certain price, why can't it go back there? And if it can go back there, why would it stop there, right? So again, hindsight's 2020, but that's why you have to put in the work, right? That's why I interviews these CEOs. That's why I join these conference calls. That's why I look at other than just, MSO gang, right? All the LPs are garbage, right? That's why when that happens, I start looking into LPs more, right? Because the herd, retail investors, 99% of the time are wrong, right? So that's just the way it goes. But yeah, like, think about it. If this thing is still down 94%, do you think you missed the boat? Probably not. If you invested now and it goes back to all-time highs, that's 17x. That's $1,000 investment into $17,000. But again, if you were at a penny and it goes back to all-time highs, that's $287,000, right? $1,000 into $287,000, right? You're a quarter of a millionaire, right? So that goes to show you the multiplier effect. And again, just look at ADA. And I don't care if you like crypto, you don't like crypto, it doesn't matter. There's been time and time and time again where this has happened. Look, ADA was at 1.7, 1.8 cents. And then that was in March of 2020. And then in September of 2021, it hit $3.10. And some exchanges was a little higher. But it went from a penny to over $3. And this is so reminiscent. Like, I would not be surprised at all if we saw Auxly at $2 or $3 again. And it's going to be another Cardano all over again. And yeah, I hope people... It's also just as important to know when to sell as to when to buy as well, right? Like, you want to have an exit plan, right? Have your take profit levels. Don't beat yourself up if you take some profit too early. Take your initial investment out. Maybe if you bought it at a penny, maybe you want to take your initial investment out at 25 cents or 50 cents, right? And then let the rest ride. Then it's a complete free trade and it's house money, right? And then maybe you take a little bit of profit. Maybe you take 5 or 10% at 75 cents. Maybe you take 5 or 10% at $1. Maybe you take another 5 to 10% at $1.50 and then another 5 to 10 at $2, right? Structure it. Dollar cost sell versus dollar cost average down, right? I love Auxly. Yes, Bull loves Auxly. What about the Verbanium Tyrannosaurus cross? Yeah. Yeah, that would be like maybe like the 3-month 50, like I don't even know. That'd be like the 50-month and 200-month moving average bull cross. I'm sure I could code it. I've got all the other ones figured out. So Auxly will pass all-time highs, in my opinion, in the next 2 years market. Yeah, I think there's a good chance of that, right? Again, so much reform happening, both from an international perspective, U.S. perspective, Canadian perspective. Look at the MJ Council of Canada, really shouting from the rooftops, literally. How many shares of Tilray do you hold? I don't give my own I just don't get into that. I don't like to make myself a target, and I don't want to showboat or anything like that. So it's not as much as you would think, to be completely honest with you. I'm not like those people that say, oh, I have 500,000 shares of Tilray. Like, it's nowhere near that. Again, you don't need to invest your life savings or substantial amounts of money, right? Again, Cardano, the crypto, if you put $1,000 into that, you'd be you'd be a quarter of a millionaire a year later, just on $1,000 investment. Dogecoin, you'd be like half a millionaire off $1,000 investment. Auxly, $1,000 would now be worth $17,000, right? You don't need to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. And anybody who tells you that they have hundreds of thousands of dollars into an MJ company, they're probably lying anyway. But yeah, it's probably not as many as you would think, but I have more money in crypto than I do in my whole MJ portfolio. My number one crypto holding, XRP, is worth more than the rest of my crypto portfolio and my whole MJ portfolio combined. So I have way more money into XRP, and it's not even MJ, right? But again, as much as I love MJ, it's my passion. I'm a realist first. MJ's been in a 5-year bear market. Also, MJ will be lucky to be at $1 trillion market cap globally, right? Total addressable market in 10 years, 20 years. It might hit $1 trillion, right? Crypto is at multiple $trillion market cap today, right? So why am I going to focus all on MJ? It just doesn't make any sense. But percentage-wise, there's going to be a ton of growth ahead for MJ based. And again, you don't get those, 100Xs or 200Xs without those 80 to 90% plus pullbacks that just happened on Auxly, right? So yeah, I appreciate the question, but I try not to get into too much. Go Pal, the best one-man show. Thank you very much. Yeah, like, I'm nothing fancy here other than, some bells and whistles that I create on my own production. But yeah, I am the production. I'm the designer. I'm the content creator. I'm the face. I do everything. You deserve so much more subs. Yeah, I think it'll come. But again, you have to remember that I'm shadow banned. The algorithm doesn't like me because 80 to 90% of my content isn't monetized. And guess what the algorithm likes? It likes monetized because it can show it to more people and they can get paid for it, right? The algorithm gets paid because when content creators get paid, YouTube gets paid. They take a commission. So if I'm not getting paid on 80 to 90% of my videos, why are they going to show my video, right? That's why I'm not getting a lot of subs. And then there's other companies in the space, I won't name any, but they're getting paid from these other companies, right? These producers and stuff. So they get all these companies, their marketing teams behind them, right, as well. I'm enjoying the algorithm service. Thank you very much, Drone. Yeah, like, I probably like it more than anybody because I do way more charting than anybody. And literally, I put my brain into a computer algorithm and then I made it alert me. Instead of me going on and doing all this charts all the time, it's like, no one likes it more than anybody than me, because now it saves me thousands of hours. If someone comes on in the POW Group private community and asks me to do some analysis on a stock, I just go up to my POW indicators and I'm like, okay, well, instead of looking for a head and shoulders, I just go and I grab the head and shoulders indicator and it does all the work for me. It's friggin' awesome. Go POW, go MJ. Thanks, Jem. We got Jem in the house. My evaluation. I hope to tell you what I'm thinking. If your words only show your work, I am not giving people financial advice as well. What you think for you, others will get it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to share our opinions, but not everybody has to follow us. Go Tilray, VFF hit 52-week high again today. Yeah, it also had a golden cross go off not too long ago. News, speculation, support, and resistance. Yeah, often the saying goes, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. And like I said, we had the first ever monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, monthly uptrend confirmed, and then the news came, right? Going concern removed. Yeah, so it's such a manipulated game and rigged game. Go MJ, Tilray at the top. Got Joseph. I'll do a Tilray video soon as well for all the Tilray peeps. Yo, what's up? Did we already talk about Tilray yet? No. So again, folks, I'm going to save you another 2 years of your life. When you come on an Auxly video and you're seeing something completely unrelated to Auxly, that should be a clue in your little brain or your big brain, whatever it is. I'm not trying to be offensive. That should be a clue that stock might have something going on for it, right? Not saying to buy, sell, or hold it. But again, there's been tons of times where I'll come on and I'll do a video about something completely unrelated. and they'll come on, like I'll do a crypto video on like Hedera, and then people will be like, XRP, it's like probably something about this XRP thing. And then, you're doing an Auxly video and someone comes on, it's like, yeah, go Tilray, it's probably want to allocate some to Tilray. It's so funny. Your work is great. Your business is help to many. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, there's the reason why Walmart makes a ton of money. It's because they help a lot of people. They save a lot of people money. So that's kind of, I view myself as the Walmart of the financial space, right? I want to help and make everybody's lives as easy as possible. And like I said, it's just a byproduct. Andrew says, NB analysis, please. I wish I could, my friend. I got to go get dinner ready. My partner's probably going to be home soon. She's probably going to be like, what the hell? I thought you were going to start cooking the salmon. So I got to get going. The amount of people I had to troll and make fun of when they kept saying Tilray is going bankrupt is crazy. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, let me know, Andy, in the POW group community as well. Just send the blast out in the POW group private community, and I'll get to it ASAP for you. SMDL went up to $1.50, having 1.2 billion shares, 100 million plus volume needed. Yeah, and they're sitting on like a boatload of cash, but problem there is they're reviewing their listing, whatever that means, right? So they don't know, they haven't said anything yet, but they might delist from the Nasdaq so they can enter the US market. So a lot of people wondering, uncertainty is not a friend of the market, obviously. Texas is the biggest opportunity right now, in my opinion, outside the EU expansion. Absolutely. Yeah, it went from banning hemp to legalizing the whole thing, right? Which is what we need to do, right? It's all one plant. Canada has been legal almost 7 years. Hemp, MJ, all the same thing. I love the U.S., don't get me wrong, and I love all y'all in the U.S., but I don't love your government. I in fact, very much despise it. It's, talk about ass backwards, bass backward land. I don't get it. Actually, I do get it. It's the big pharma, big alcohol, big tobacco trying to get their filthy, greasy paws all over it, stall it as long as possible. They can't kill it. They know the train's left the station, but and they're also trying to weed out all the mom and pop shops as much as they can, let them do all the innovations, and then they come in and buy their businesses for pennies on the dollar, right? It's just absolute sick, but it is what it is. Do you think Auxly could be a blue chip stock? That is a great question. I think so. I mean, ultimately, it'll probably merge with another big company at the end of it. Like, we don't need thousands of producers in Canada. We don't need thousands of producers in the US. Look at the big alcohol companies. Are there thousands and thousands and thousands of them? And if there is, how many of them are at like 100 billion market cap plus? Those are the ones we're after, right? So we're looking for those dozen, maybe a couple dozen, just like tech companies, right? You got Dell, you got Apple, right? You got Toshiba, Samsung, right? All these tech companies, but there's only like a handful of those Microsoft, Apples, Amazons, right? So we're looking for the handful or the couple handfuls, not the basket, if you will. But I mean, hopefully throw a dart and eventually something hits. But again, the more research, the more things you do, the more time you invest, the easier it becomes. I've invested in Auxly for over 7 years because I know they will be very successful. 1.6 million shares. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you think if Tilray gets above $1 and maintains the listing that they will go through with the split? I don't think so, because like 41% of people voted against it. And at that point, there'd be no real reason. Irwin's checks. Most of his checks are in share compensation, and the stock's down 90-some%. So his checks would be worth a lot more if the stock was up. So just remember that. The comparison you're a great artist in the movement. Cool. Not sure what you mean by that, but thank you very much. I think that's a compliment. Dave and Mike have proper hands. Yep. You got Scott in the house. Passion of an artist. Okay, yeah, I thought so. That's what you meant. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's chat about the drinks at concerts. Where are we with that? Yeah, well, in Canada, here in Edmonton, we were actually the first at the Great Outdoor Comedy Festival. I think it was the one with Kevin Hart was at it. And what's that new show, Tires? Shane something? Anyway, Kevin Hart was there, and they had Plant Life there. So you could buy MJ products outside at the comedy concert outside here in Edmonton. It was pretty cool. So yeah, we're heading there. And my girlfriend's on the way home, so I got to wrap it up. I got to get the salmon in the oven here. What's the best stock to buy tomorrow based on your recommendation? Oh man. That's a hard one. Not financial advice, of course. I really like OGI. SNDL's starting to turn some heads. Tilray can't go wrong. Those are MJ. I'm not sure if you meant MJ or not, but yeah. Number one, non-infused pre-rolls. Yeah, exactly. Redican's up there as well. They actually copied Redican. Number one, all-in-one vapes. Yeah, they created the all-in-one vapes. Number one selling brand in Canada. Yep. And number one flower there for a while as well, Liquid Imagination. Q2 earnings around August 15th. Yeah, I'll have to have Hugo and the team back on again for an interview as well. Let me know if you want to see that. What do you think the high price will be? And then what do you think the pullback price will be? Let me look into my little crystal ball here. Yeah, 30 cents stands out. But like I said, it's a difficult point here because you're up from 1 penny up to 17 cents and there's no support down to 2.5 cents. So yeah, I'm going to say like 20 to 30 cents. I know it's a big range, but there's just no telling, right? It's still such a tiny market cap as well. And it could continue to see more news and you get rescheduling progress being made, safer banking start to be like, there's so many things, right? Excise tax in Canada. Oh man, like it's hard to say. Like I'm not in the business of that. I'm in the business of buying when it's super, super cheap. And that's why I make videos when it's super, super cheap. So let this be a lesson, I guess, is what I will say is subscribe to my channel, notify the bell, and the next time it's a great time to buy, pay attention. Because now is probably a time where you don't want to buy heavy. If you're going to buy now, just go easy, right? Save some money on the sidelines so that if it dips to 10 cents, 5 cents, who knows? Anything can happen, right? There's no monthly support to 2.5 cents. So I can't see us going back under 5 cents from here, but just have a plan for it all. And I would take that scale in approach if you're looking to buy. Just again, not financial advice, it's for entertainment purposes only, but maybe stagger it in. Buy if we get to a certain amount. Buy a little bit now, a little bit cheaper, maybe 10% from there. If it's 17 cents, buy a little bit now. Some at 15, some at 12, some at 10, some at 8. Most of us hold 0.44. XRP, XLM, H-bar. Yeah, so yeah, if one person says it, that's one thing. Now there's two, or we're each saying XRP. That's another thing. If you're on a stream and 5 or 6 people are all saying the same asset, it's not even the same stream. It's not even related. Maybe your eyebrow will go up a little bit more, right? Maybe you're like The Rock at this point. Can you smell what the people are cooking? Village Farms owns big greenhouse in Texas. Yeah, I think they're another solid pick as well. I wasn't a fan of their business when they were doing the veggies, but since they divested that business, I think I've been actually adding more VFF, and I'm still looking to add more. Which platform do you use to trade MJ short term? I use just RBC direct investing, but Simple is really great. What else? Yeah, I use Mumu. Weebul's another good one. Quest Trade, but most of the time I'm not doing short-term trades right now with MJ, right? Time in the market is better right now than timing the market. Pretty soon I'm going to be timing the market with regards to crypto because time in the market is coming to a close. Soon I'm going to be taking profit on like 80 to 90% of my crypto. Then it's going to be timing the market. I'm going to be looking to do more short-term trades because I've been holding for so long. My time in the market has seen tons of growth, right? So right now I'm kind of in that time in the market with MJ. Where I'm just going to let it sit and hold for multiple years probably. And then in a couple of years, once I'm financially enticed to sell, then I'll look to sell 80 to 90% of those profits. And then I'll go into the more trading aspect until we see a huge bear market. And then I'll look to buy the dip again. And then, obviously rotate into other sectors, real estate, electric vehicles, etc. Thanks for doing this, bro. Keep up the live, keep the lives coming. Yeah, absolutely. I have to do more for sure. Hit subscribe and get this man 10K subs. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm closing in. I think it was less than 500 last time I checked. But again, I've been saying it for a long time on my channel, based on me telling the truth, based on me being genuine and organic. We'll get there when we get there. Not after 1 million subs or anything like that. If we get there, great. But yeah, not here to clickbait, not here to just fill people full of fluff. I'm here to give people real value and build a community, build an organic and successful community. And yeah, I'm going to be here, like I said, as long as I'm breathing air, as long as I'm on this earth, I'll be making videos. And it doesn't matter if it's a bull market, doesn't matter if we're at a penny, $1, $10 on Auxly, other MJ stocks, cryptos. I'm always going to be here through the thick and the thin when you need it most. All right. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with POW Group. Really appreciate you tuning in, all of your contributions, all of your support. Means the world to me. Love each and every one of you. End it there and have a good one. See you on the next video.